Do you allow yourself to cry? Or have you given up crying at all? I know that most of the viewers of this channel are males. So maybe you have learned that crying is unmanly and you should not better do it. If you have learned so, I'm so sorry for you, because it does you no good at all. Men and women are having the same needs, even though they might express them differently. And of course, there may be needs which could be gender related, but the really basic needs, like the need for safety, the need for love, the need for giving love, the need for receiving love, as the same for everyone. Until now, as we are full head into the ascension process, there might be a need for crying, which is coming up more and more often. Hi there. If you do not yet know me, my name is Mo or Monica, and on this channel, I am talking about the ascension process as such, and I am attracting mostly highly sensitive people with a, let's say, hardship background. So, because for these people, ascension is especially difficult because there are a lot of obstacles, and crying is so important in this process, because crying is a form of purging. Crying is a form of purging emotional pain. And I had promised you a video on Tuesday and Friday, but I couldn't keep to it because at present, the ascension energies are so strong that I couldn't keep to it. I am, especially, I think last Friday, I cried all day long. I have been to work, but after that, I cried all day long. And there's no exact trigger. And this is something which you have to take into consideration in the ascension process. There doesn't have to be a real trigger, just the need to cry. And if you can't cry because you really trained yourself for not crying, then please do as if you were crying. Because it is all about releasing the emotional pain. I can tell you, when I was younger, I cry really very, very easily. But when I had my first real boyfriend, he was very annoyed because I cried so easily. And at some point in our relationship, he began to ask, or he asked me several times, "Are you crying again?" And he was so annoyed with it that I trained myself not to cry. And I couldn't cry after that. I couldn't cry for 5 years. The relationship didn't hold as long. And it was one of the toughest times of my life because I couldn't cry and I couldn't release the pain that was in me. And now I'm back to crying a lot again, and I'm so happy about it. Crying itself is nothing bad. And I can only encourage you, if you feel like crying, go and find yourself a place and cry. So the emotional purging that I'm experiencing right now, as I have the need to cry, and there are also memories coming up in a very disorderly way, a bit like flashbacks. And the pain I feel and the sorrow are not really linked to certain situations. I see or I feel only figures from my past in my field, as if they were passing by behind me. And even if it feels scary to tap into this or to emerge into this, you do yourself the biggest favor you can. Because it is important to release the old pain. You do not need it any longer. That's so good, isn't it? Okay. As always, I totally forgot to have a look at the clock before I started. Now, I wish you a very nice day, and I hope you allow yourself to cry. Have a nice day. Bye.